manipulating shapes. And let's create another tensor. X is equal to tf dot constant, and here we can specify values 1, 2, 3. So that's the tensor we have, and as you can see, it has a shape of 3 by 1. Now we can reshape it to a shape that is 1 by 3. Let's try and see how we can do that. So x dot shape, and so um, x x reshaped is equal to tf dot reshape x. We can specify the new shape in 1 and 3. So here we have one row and 3 columns. So when we try to get the output of x underscore reshaped, we can see that this is the output we have. Earlier it was a column vector. Now this has we have converted to a row vector, right? As we can see here. And um, another point to note within this is that this 1 comma 3 can also be written in a different way. So let me copy this and paste it here. Okay, maybe here, and we okay. So what we can do is get the shape of x. So x shape is equal to x dot shape. Now when we get this shape of x, we can convert that shape to a list. So what I mean by that is if we type x dot shape, as you'll see, this is a tensor shape. Now if we can put a dot as underscore list in front of it with open close parenthesis, and now what we get is a list. So what we can do here is type x dot shape as underscore list, and then rerun and then we can use that x shape right here, and we should get the same output as we had before. Oh, because this is the same as before because the shape is 3 by 1. Okay, so if we put the shape as 1 by 3, then we would get 1 row and 3 columns. Next, let's look at how we can flatten a tensor, and how we can flatten a tensor. Now to flatten a tensor, we can specify a value of -1, and so we can, what -1 tells us is reshape to whatever shape it can fit, or the whatever fits. In the docs you'll see this phrase whatever fits, and let's try that now. So if we write tf.reshape, and within here if we type rank underscore 3 underscore tensor that we had earlier, and if we type -1, run this, here we can see that the rank 3 tensor that we had earlier is now flattened into just a one-dimensional tensor, which is rank 1 tensor, which has a shape of 24. So this is very helpful to flatten all the values in a tensor. If you have stacks of tensors, let's say from a data set such as images, and you want to convert that entire image into one vector, then you simply flatten it like this, and so all the pixel values are arranged just one column. Next, let's look at how we can reshape in a couple of other ways. So I'm going to copy this rank 3 tensor and paste it here. Now we know that the shape of the tensor is 3 by 2 by 4. So the total number of elements we have in the tensor would be multiple of this, which is 24. So based on this, we can now reshape the tensor into a shape and form that has a product of 24. So one example would be tf.reshape, and here we can specify rank underscore 3 underscore tensor, and then within this we can specify, let's say, 3 multiplied by 2 comma 4. So that would be a 6 by 4 tensor, and here we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 rows and 4 columns. So what we have done is we have taken these all the rows together and stacked them on top of each other, and we have kept the columns as is. Another way to perform a reshaping is we can switch that, and instead of doing this we could say we need to keep those 3 rows, but then we can the stack across columns. So instead of 3, let's say if we put 2, and if we put a 12 there, which is 3 times 4, and then run this, we get 1 4 2 5 3 4 5 1 3 6, and then uh, we have, so this, the values have changed here. So we have 1 4 5 6 5, and then here we have 11 21 5, which is 11 21 31 is this one, and so that got flipped here. So one part to keep in mind when performing reshaping of a tensor is that you need to you need to know what would happen to the values within the tensor after you reshape it. So you don't want a reshaped tensor that jumbles up all the values from different matrices. So that's something to remember. Here we could also do 4 times 3, and that will give us this another shape. And alternatively we could try 3 comma 2 times 4, and that will give us yet another shape, as we can see here. Now let's look at all these tensors. One common key element in all these tensors was that each row had all the same number of elements, each column had the same number of elements, and so that is a good shape of a tensor. There are other areas where these number of elements in either the row or column are not the same, and those constitute as bad shapes for the tensor. So let's look at some examples of those. Or uneven, not uniform. And for that, let's uh, let's look at, we can create a tensor. So before we do that, I just want to show one last detail, which is if we have a tensor and if we try to reshape it such that the total number of values is not the same as the input tensor, it's going to throw an error. For example, if we simply say we need to reshape this tensor to 3 by 6, the total number of elements in this tensor would be 18, and when we run this we get an error that the input shape of a input to reshape is a tensor with 24 values. That's the rank 3 tensor, but the requested shape has only 18 values. So this is not going to work. And so it's important that the uh, number of elements in the reshape tensor does match the input tensor. Now, again, along those same lines, we can try to reshape rank 3 tensor and to, let's say, 4 by 4. It's going to throw the same error. Total number of elements is just 16, and therefore it's not going to work. We'll come back to this in a moment as we go through the ragged tensors. So there we'll see how the the tensors with different number of elements within each row are handled. Now let's look at casting data types. Cast, dtype, and the very first one we are going to look at is float 64. If we create a tensor which is float 64 tensor, and to do that we can use the command tf.constant, and within this we can create two values, 1.0, maybe 2.5, and then specify data type is equal to tf.float64 and f64 underscore tensor. So in the output we see that this is a rank 1 tensor, and therefore we have one value in shape which is 2. The data type is float 64, and that's the array within it. And similar to this, we can specify another value for float. So let's see what default value looks like. So if we if we do not specify this, the default value would be float 32, as we can see here. We can change that to float 16 as well. So float 16, but this is 32, change that 32, and this would be float 16, and we change this here to 16. So as you can see, this is now changed to float 16. Moving on, we can cast float 16 or float 64 to float 16. So to do that, we can do this. Let's say x tensor, let's call it just x. X is equal to tf dot cast, and here we can specify the f64 tensor, tensor, and data type is equal to tf dot float 16. So what that tells TensorFlow is that we have an input tensor that is float 64, and we need to convert it to float 16. So when we run this, the output of what we see is our tensor of value of data type float 16. Similar to float 16, we can convert it to int 8, u int 8. So to do that, you can simply change u int 8, and when we run this, now we'll see the data type has changed, and subsequently the values within the array have also changed. So earlier we had float value of 2.5, that is now changed to just 2.